Good, good, you all made it. Oh, well, that's something I can control. Gotcha. Oh, instructor, I wasn't expecting you to be here. There she is! How did she get here before us? Sharon? Weren't you in the dormitory when we left? Indeed, I was, but I was summoned here by Lady Sarah. So after seeing all of you off, I came straight here. How did I guess she'd get here ahead of us? You know, at this point, I shouldn't really be surprised. Jeez, she ain't the Rhineford's top maid for nothing. Personally, I would have preferred not to ask her to come at all, but since she'll be acting as Group A's guide, I didn't have much of a choice. Why, thank you. Wait, why would we need a guide? So you're telling me... Oh, it looks like everyone's here already. Oh, Sharon's here too. Oh, what's she doing here? Cooking, cleaning, instantaneous travel. Well, we've got all of you here now. And look at that, 9 AM, right on time. Huh? What's that sound? It sounds like a rush of air. No, that's not quite right. Sounds to me like an airship. Are you kidding me? Look! What the hell is that? Here they come. Our school buses. Our brand new school buses. It actually has rowers for wings. It's the new airship for the Academy. What is this thing even doing here? Wow, it's so cool. A Crimson airship? Who does it belong to? An Imperial Army warship, maybe. Nah, not enough giant guns. Still, the shape looks familiar. Oh, now I remember. It's like the white wings of Liberal. You think so too, right? You mean like the RCL? RCL? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance. The RCL, wasn't that a high-speed cruiser from the Kingdom of Liberal? Indeed. It was one of the very airships that Prince Oliver made his triumphant return to Heimdall. No way! They're not seriously going to land here, right? Of course they are! It's 75 arc from bow to stern. It might be a bit of a snug fit, but they should be able to touch down. Man, you've got to be kidding me. Wait a minute, how do you know how large it is? Oh, that's a hell of a snug fit, alright. It's like that field was specifically made for that airship. Wow. That is a beauty. See, I'm not all for red, right? But I freaking you gotta give it to where credit's due on it, you know? Sometimes red's good on some things. But wow. That is the beauty of an airship. This is the best! It's actually very pretty up close. The more I look, the more it seems just like our seal. Except red. Yeah, thank you, Elliot. Put it in blue, right? Right? Yeah? Oh, right. It bears the crest of Erebonia, though. So at the very least, it's an airship from the Empire.
Salutations, my beautiful friends! It's only been 10 days since last we met, but I couldn't keep myself away.
Is that his brother? Huh.
Prince Olivert.
And Major Vander.
I'm glad to see you all again.
Your slack-jawed amazement says it all. It looks like this will be quite the crowd pleaser during its grand unveiling in Heimdall.
Wait, what grand unveiling?
Man, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Still, the prince is just here in a supporting capacity today, to say nothing of myself. The real star of the show are the airship, and this fine gentleman we have aboard.
Who may you be referring to?
It's been quite some time. I see many familiar faces gathered here today, and several I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting.
Wait a minute.
Is that?
I know that voice.
Me too.
The Radiant Blade Master?
Father.
So that's Laura's dad?
Yep.
Wait, who's the one now?
And look, Toval's with him too. This isn't quite how I expected our grand reunion to go, that's for sure.
What are you doing up there? And what's with the hat?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Captain Victor S. Arseed, who will be assuming command of this ship. Yeah, that's what the... Yeah, I know, he looks silly in the hat, right?
So that's what this is about.
I'll fill you in on the details another time.
What in the name of Adios is that?
Gawking. He's like, oh my god!
Wow, what a pretty ship.
This thing's a real piece of work.
Oh yeah. Like, heck, if we liked the motorcycle, you know what I mean? Like their version of a motorcycle is still pretty cool, right? I mean, I love it. Still love it. I still love their version of a motorcycle because, like, it feels like this is the era or the generation where... Well, let me try and poke catch that. I like that far-fetched. So, it feels like this is the generation or the era of the game where technology is starting to flourish, right? And it's like they have radios. Eventually, they're gonna have like TVs because we already have video cameras, but like it's still work in progress. They're working on like motorcycles, different kinds of vehicles of travel. They already have tanks, you know. So like they're this is their breaking point into like a whole new generation of ironworks, and like heck. It's cool to see it, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, heck, even like airships and stuff, like they've had this stuff already, you know, like even robots, but like they're still trying to like, I guess, decode some of that stuff or like decode, still like kind of advance into it. I don't know, like I'm still blah 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 blah, like I'm brainstorming what the idea of what it could be and what it is, you know. But it's looking awesome. I mean, heck, our own school gets its own freaking airship. I freaking love it. Yes, it's ours. I don't care if they say it's not. It is.
Incredible! I've heard about the specs, but the numbers don't do it justice. It looks even better alive than on paper.
Van Dyke.
Principal Van Dyke. You too?
Could someone fill us in on what exactly is going on here?
Your bafflement is quite understandable. The chairman of the board proposed a change to your travel arrangements for this month's field study. He's agreed to deliver all of you to your respective destinations aboard this airship.
What? We'll be riding in style.
He's mainly taking it on its maiden voyage to unveil the ship to the nation. We're just kind of along for the ride.
No, it's our ship.
You'll be headed to the capital first, but from there, it'll be a straight shot to Ruhr.
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
Wait, does this mean we're not going to play cards?
Oh, this is all so sudden. I think I need to sit down.
Well, should we be off, Your Highness?
Yes, that sounds marvelous. With that, let me be the first to welcome you, Class 7. Aboard the second Arsail class high-speed cruiser, the Courageous.
All right, it's called the Courageous. Nice. I like the name. It sticks. Same day, 9:30. Second Arsail class high-speed cruiser Courageous. Damn, look at how beautiful that is. Are those its thrusters? I thought those were its cannons. Are we gonna land in the park? Oh, thank goodness. I didn't think the park was gonna be big enough anyway. He's like, interesting. I wonder if this is the way of showing like air superiority. Look how fast that thing is going. Not even our high-speed train could hope to match that. That may be true, but we still have our own strengths. How's the investigation coming along? Well, they've been pretty blatant about trying to obstruct us, so basically, about what we expected. The same is true in other areas as well. Understood. Respond with pattern 13. I'll head there myself this afternoon. Yes, ma'am!
What a spectacular sight! My brother told me all about it, but there's no substitute for seeing it soar through the skies. Simply beautiful! Yes, it really is. You're up there, aren't you, Reen?
She just felt his presence. Heimdall, Foul Flame Palace.
Wow! That's the Courageous! Oliver finally finished his airship!
It's a fine ship, isn't it? Prince Olivert seems to have gone to quite a lot of trouble having it built.
Is this the wind of change you intend to release across our staid and troubled land? Go, my son, and show me the caliber of man you can be.
The king and the queen. Nice. Imperial Government, Chancellor's Office.
Can you believe it's been almost 2 years already? And look at how far our debaucherous prince has managed to come. Partnering with Liberl to make a second Arcel-class airship, then cruising over the capital? I suppose that's one way to stick it to you for outmaneuvering him at the trade conference.
Let him have his fun for now. Still, this was certainly an unexpected play on his part. He and that band of students he likes to ship across the country have proven a never-ending source of entertainment. But now, my dear Prince Olivert, we have reached a decisive point.
Is he Darth Vader? Hold on, wait. Is the Chancellor the guy behind the mask? It feels that way now. I feel like if we put the mask over him, he might be that guy.
The board has been prepared, every piece in its place. Can you turn the tides in your favor? I look forward to finding out.
Dang, that's fast. Southern edge over the swords. Back. What? Oh wait, sorry. Hey, East Coast Tone, what's going on? Yeah, this is my first playthrough of it. I think we're almost done with the story, though.
It's currently 10:02, and we have a north-northwesterly wind blowing in at a speed of 11 arg.
Let's see. First time. Oh, I hope I didn't miss you. I really hope I didn't miss you. My god. Okay, cool. I think you're still here. Hopefully. Maybe. Hi. Hi, how's it going? Just wanted to say hello to you. Who is this? Are you here in this thing? Not yet. Yeah. Get that star out of the way. East Coast Tone, I think you still have some ways to go before it ends. I think so too, but like okay. Like, cause we're in chapter 6, and so far I've just been like, I'm hooked on it right now, you know what I mean? Like, we took a small break because all of October we were basically like going through the entire story, right? And then when we got to chapter 6, after finishing the 7th floor in that haunted house, right? We took a little break, so we're just coming back and continuing on with the story because I already have 2 and 3 ready to go after we finish 1. Ooh, I can't wait! Let's continue with the story.
We've just passed through the Schwartz-Drake Barrier's airspace into the province of Nortia.
Current speed is 3,050 SPH. We've reached full cruising velocity.
Maintain current course and speed. Follow the Nortia main line, maintaining a distance of 200 arg.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So this is what the bridge of a cruiser looks like. It's all kind of making my head spin. If I'm not mistaken, this ship is equipped with the Epstein Foundation's latest information processing system. Huh. So you actually managed to get the Reinford Group, Zeiss Central Factory, and Epstein Foundation to collaborate. I suppose you would be the most well-informed on the matters of technology. It took me the combined efforts of countless supporters to take this airship from blueprint to beauty. I've caused a great many people no small amount of trouble gathering the technology and funds to build it. It's nice to know even princes have trouble with financing sometimes. Alas, it's true. I had to borrow quite a sum from a number of sources, the Emperor himself among them. But all my labors bore fruit, and we were able to build an airship that met all of my ideal specifications. At a length of 75 arg. It's almost twice the size of the original Arceal. And with it sporting 20 of ZCF's high-performance engines, it can achieve a top speed of roughly 3000 SPF. Not quite as fast as the Arceal's 3600, but the Courageous boasts high armor and interception capabilities. Good grief, she memorized all the specs already. Still, the more I hear about it, the more unbelievable it sounds. Sounds like he's compensating for something. Thank you, Fee! Thank you! I'd heard something like this was in development, but I never would have imagined you'd put this much power into it. Well, now we have a rough idea how extravagant this ship is, but what I don't understand is why my father's sitting in the captain's seat. He's not even part of the military. Unless, Father, did you actually enlist in the Imperial Army? Ha ha ha, I can understand why you might be perplexed. However, this ship isn't a part of any military force. Huh? So wait, is it officially regarded as the property of the Imperial Arm family? Precisely. I intend this ship to give wings to a third faction of sorts, unconnected to both the Imperial and provincial armies. To that end, I would think of no finer captain than Viscount Arcide. Well, that at least explains some of it. I see what you're getting at, yeah. The fastest airship in the Empire, captained by the Radiant Blade Master. Ha! Couldn't ask for a stronger deterrent than that, I'll say. Well, that's my hope anyway. After half of the crew here are on loan from my division, the 7th Armored, the rest are civilians, representing a variety of nationalities and social classes. As for me, I'm here because I'm just that good of gathering information. They've also tasked me as the point man for keeping in touch with the guild and all its local branches. Makes sense to me. Tovel's definitely a good choice. He's got tact and patience to spare. Me, on the other hand, I'm more the face-punching type. Frankly, I'm still shocked we're here. I never have imagined we'd be flying in such a marvel of a ship, with such a distinguished crew. You've got me curious, though. Are you intending to tour the whole Empire like this? That's our plan, yes. The hope is that it might help assuage some of the tension that's been building across the nation. And if we happen to intimidate the Imperial Liberation Front while we're at it, all the better. Ah, that makes sense considering they've got their own airship too. The Intelligence Division and the RMP seem to be keeping them in check for now, but having a ship like this is in the air will definitely put even more pressure on the Liberation Front. In other words, this ship allows me to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Genius, isn't it? And if I ever feel the urge to stretch my wings, I can take to the skies whenever the mood strikes me. Perhaps one day, I'll even be able to put on a recital soaring in the skies above Heimdall. Really? Well, putting aside certain idiotic flights of fancy, at this speed it should take less than an hour to reach Roar. Feel free to make yourselves at home while you're aboard. Aside from restricted areas like the engine room, you have the run of the ship. Go on and poke around a bit. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks. I think I'll take you up on that. And that's how we ended up flying to our destinations aboard the Empire's newest, most cutting-edge cruiser. But we didn't just sit and look out the windows, of course. Since we had the captain's permission, we each set about exploring the courageous, seeing what this top-of-the-line airship had to offer. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna inspect the hell out of this ship, only because I am so interested in this thing. Hold on. Ah, we finally have an airship. Well, it's not our airship, but it is an airship. Oh wait, okay, so East Coast Tone says, "Oh, my friend, it's gonna get so good. Hopefully I'll be around to see your reactions to the ending." Hopefully too, yeah, you know what, like, I'm actually hoping for the same thing too. I don't think we're that far from an ending. I think we are pretty far. Well, hold on, there's 6, and I think there's one more chapter. Yeah, we're pretty far from the ending. But, like, we're getting closer, we're getting closer. My god, we have an airship! I am so freaking happy about it. Oh, wait, did I at least capture the Farfetch? I did know. No, Farfetch did not get captured. Oh! East Coast Tone, thank you for the follow! We are now at 154 followers. Welcome to the Hero Army. You are now one of my heroes as well. This ship is awesome. Look, you got your own little guy! Hey! Oh, okay, so this is what your little guy looks like. You can change him however you want, and whatever kind of like personality you want. We also have different avatars you could choose from, like Prinnies, Among Us characters. I think we have blockheads. We might have blockheads. I'm not sure if they're still there, but we also have the little humans. And now you can use the little free ones right there. Yeah. The wave and the love, all the love. I give head pats. Hold on. By any chance, do you stream? Because if you do, I could also give you a shout out very quick. Hold on. Let me know if you stream, because if you do, then I can give you a shout out. Because that way it shows us something from like one of your clips. In the meantime, you get head pats. Yeah. Ooba. No, I don't stream, but thanks for offering. Okay. Well, then without any further ado, we shall continue on with our adventure as we check out the ship. Let's see. What's over here? Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologize for the secrecy, but much of this project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that. But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark? Well, we're really honored to have been invited aboard. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Rower, knowing we had an Imperial escort. Indeed you can. The Provincial Army will have little choice but to accommodate you. This ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the courageous will hold the old guard at bay, long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. They chose wisely in naming you captain. Still, I assume that's not the ship's only purpose. Well? True, building an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to use it for is a deterrent. Laura's right. There has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Very perceptive of you. I regret that I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in Legram last month. But I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since you enrolled at the academy. I have my class to thank for that. Learning alongside them has been a constant source of insight. So tell me, Reed, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with the other students? Huh? I think she's been fitting in fine. I see. That's reassuring to hear. At times, I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. I hope you and the others will continue looking out for her. Of course. We're glad she's with us. I can't imagine Class 7 without her. I can't help but get the feeling that she's something more to you than simply a classmate. Whatever the truth may be, I hope you'll continue treating her as the lady she is. I'm not one to abide inappropriate behavior toward my daughter. I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about, but I'd like to think I know how to conduct myself toward my classmates. Good, good. That's what I wanted to hear. What are the two of you going on about? With all your whispering and your furtive glances. It's nothing you need concern yourself with. Just a little discussion between men. You needn't worry. We'll be sure to get you to your field study safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect you to give it your utmost. Huh? He really does care about her. Alright, Machias, you tell me about the ship. Tell me what you learned. Everything on this airship is really cutting edge. Prince Oliver does love his surprises. First his return to Heimdall on the Arseal, and now this. So wait. That first ship that we saw him on was actually the very first Arseal ship? And this one's just I guess like a heavily armored version of it. Gaius! We're cruising along so smoothly that it almost feels like we're one with the wind. It's like the ship is a crimson Pegasus soaring through the sky. We're really lucky to know who we know. I can't imagine many people will ever get to experience something like this. We owe the winds and the goddess of our thanks. Dang right we do. That goddess is one hell of a lady. Oh, okay. No cutscene to go to the next area. That's actually pretty cool. Should we go to the first floor? Or third floor? Oh, it has a little freaking chime? That is so cool. We don't even have a map of the area. That's how much we have to explore. That's how much they want us to explore because they don't even want to give us a map to it. Oh, let's see. Laura's dad is such a cool character. Reen already learned not to mess with Laura's father. Yeah, he did. We got our butts kicked, my dude. Like just trying to fight the dad solo was so dang hard. Even with his like power boost, right? Like I don't even know what to call his power boost. I was like, what is that? His Super Saiyan form, his demon form, his like ultra instinct form, his like innermost power of friendship form. I don't know what to call it, but it was basically like he definitely was stronger. He definitely hit harder, and he was faster too.
Right.
But I didn't expect the dad to be like that overpowering. Oh, let's see. But you know what? I already kind of like. I've been asked the question of who I would ship him off to, and I know that Reed and Alyssa have a thing going, but I'd rather see him with Laura. They make a very fine couple, even though I know they have like a respectful swordsmanship kind of thing between them. Come on, nobody wants to see dudes sing. It's all about the ladies. Besides, if we make the outfit skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the doors to get in. Are you three working out what to do for our concert? Yeah, we've got the general gist of it figured out now, but let me ask you, Reen. Would you prefer male or female voices? That's a really important question too, since it'll change the audience we draw. That's a tough decision. Why don't we try both then? You know what? That'd be perfect. Yeah, I really like the idea. 2 songs would be the perfect length too. Rehearsing will be a bit tougher, but I think we should do it. It lets us use both plans too. You won't see me complaining. He seems really excited for this. Yeah, I'm actually excited about the concert too. Huh. Your ideas have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. You realize that this will put us in a direct competition with Class 1, correct? We'll need to do something with a degree of class in order to take them on. Well, yes, there's class, and then there's fan service, which is always great. We all like... Oh, boarding gate. Well, we don't go out there, because I kind of feel like we'll be, like, outside. Alright, so that's the front deck. Welcome to the Courageous! Prince Olivert and Major Vander are on the front deck if you're looking for them. Why don't you go say hello? Oh, I guess I will. Thank you. Oh, we're actually outside? How are we not being blown out, like... Is there like a glass dome I'm not seeing here that's not being presented? Because we should be flying out of the freaking sky. My god. Whoa, this ship is amazing. We're flying faster than a bird. Take that, bird. Now I kind of want one. I wonder if Gramps will get me one of my own airship, or give me my own airship if I ask him real nice. You can already fly around on... What's it called? Air Getlam. Don't go getting greedy. Yeah, seriously. The view from up here is so beautiful. I feel like I'm weightless, soaring peacefully above the clouds. You know? This is actually the first time I've ever been aboard an airship. Wow. I think I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. Is that normal? Yeah, get back inside. The airship we used in the Corps was pretty fast, but this one's even faster. In fact, its specs seem pretty high across the board. Fancy stuff. Never a dull moment in Class 7, I guess. Alright, let's not talk to them yet, because I feel like that's going to progress the story. And I don't think we've spoken to everyone. I haven't seen Elisa. I haven't seen... Who else? Oh, wait, we can't even go there. What? Okay, boarding gate is off limits. I haven't gone to the hold either, so I want to check out the hold. There's other rooms. A supply room? What? Hold on. We can get other stuffs here. At the moment, I don't see a reason to get more stuffs. Well, maybe some of these. 8. Yeah. Alright, so at least we got some of the Terra bombs we need. I was expecting weapons and armor, but I mean, heck, at least we got some supplies. What's in here? When it comes to firepower, the ship's equipped with the bare minimum. That's not just due to the lack of time either, it was a conscious decision on our part. We want the focus of the ship to be the things it stands for, not how much fancy weaponry it's got. Of course, that doesn't mean we won't react apparently if anyone's foolish enough to try anything against us. Okay, cool. So it doesn't have like some weird like, oh, mega cannon. Oh no. Is this gonna advance the story too? Let's go to the hold. Yeah, let's go to the hold because now we have 2 different locations that might like advance the story, and I'm kind of scared to do so right now. There has to be so much more of the ship I'm missing. Yes, floor 1, the hold. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Oh, sorry. Reveri, Elf, how are you doing? And Cass, you're lurking. Hi, how's everyone doing today? The fact that he calls Reen out too was wild.
Right.
You're right, you're right. Let's see, I thought Milliam was going to be annoying at first, but she grew on me pretty quickly. Right? Like, her upbeat personality is just like so positive. You can't really be mad at her. Where the hell am I? Okay, this is the hold. That's the factory and engine room, which we're not allowed to go to yet. I want to use these intercoms. Alright, well, let's talk to this person for the hangar. You'll find the ship's hangar beyond here. Feel free to go in if you like. Unfortunately, though, we can't let you into the factory and engine room. Opposite. Darn. Oh, okay. Phew, getting this ship ready for today was a real struggle. ZCF and the East Epstein Foundations helped really grease the wheels, though. So yeah, well, welcome to the Courageous. This baby's the most state-of-the-art airship in the world, hands down. Better be. Look, we have the ladies here talking about... Oh, she's probably... We have tanks?! Hold on. Well, no, those aren't tanks, but they're considered what? They're, No, screw that. They're tanks. I mean, yeah, they have, like, a huge machine gun, like, turret, anti-air kind of thing going for them, but I'm still gonna call them tanks. Splendid! Take a look, Peyton. We're cruising so fast, yet we remain completely stable. Just as my test predicted we would. That's great. This is a big win for both of us. Haha, I never would have done it without you. I owe you one. Alright, so these guys worked on the ship as well. Alright, let's talk to these two, because I feel like talking to them first is probably what we should do. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea the Rhineford Company was involved in developing something on this scale all this time. Then, I find out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and ZCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of the Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Rhineford Group. Lately, the directors have... I knew it. Oh! Hello, Masterine. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring the airship? Ah, great. Who the hell's calling me right now? Hold on. Future! Okay, hold on. Future!
What up?
Hey, I'm in the middle of streaming.
Damn it!
It's fine. Look, the last 2 days, you could have called me and I would have not been streaming. The one day I'm streaming. You just got to work, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so no problem. If anything, the stream's gonna be coming to an end in a little bit. Like, I want to say give me like another 30 minutes. And I'll give you the okay to call me from there, okay?
Sounds good.
Alright, Future. I'll see you in a bit, okay, buddy?
Yep.
Bye.
See ya.
Ah, man, you gotta love that guy. Alright, so let's see. Where was I? Right? Oh, God, Sharon. Sharon is definitely bae. Ah, we gotta love Sharon. Let's see. Reveri says, pets kitty pokes Hiro. What kitty? Oh, my cat. Yeah, Casper. How you doing, Casper? You doing okay, Casper? Yeah, he's just giving me lots of head pats. You gotta love Casper. Alright. I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Rower. Finished? I don't even think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm looking forward to landing in Rower, though. It's been a while since I've seen the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I'd always hear about it in passing. Oh, that's right. You're from Ymir. So I guess you would then. Want a little refresher? I can bring up to speed on all things Rower. Sure, why not? Rower used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hotspot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is around 200,000, and since the city's in the Nortia province, it's under Marquise Rogner's jurisdiction. Ah, that's right. I still find it kind of wild that Angelica is his daughter. You know, last time I visited, it felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. It made it kind of hard to tell how large the city really is. Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even long-time residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognize. Why, I've lost count of the number of times I've had to go pick up Lady Alyssa when she lost her way. That was when I was a kid. Don't say it like it still happens. Really, it was a long time ago. Something tells me we're looking at the not quite so distant past. Or distinct past. Anyway, north of Rower is the Satsin Iron Mine. The iron mine there makes its way into most of Reinford Group's productions in some form or other. The amount of ore they get there from just that one mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the Satsin Mine. It's been vital to the Empire since back before the Orbital Revolution. In the center of Rower, you can't miss the Reinford Group's corporation headquarters, which is also basically my home. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. Alyssa, I guess there's no point in moping about it now. We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are. Well, just take it as it comes. I'll be wishing you all the best. You gotta love her. You gotta love Sharon. Alright, now we can go to the third jurisdiction, talk to the back, and then go to the front. And I think that'll progress the story after that. Gotta love that bell. Alright, that's the front deck, which means we got the back over here. I wonder who we're missing. Who did we not talk to? Alright, here we go.
Instructor Sarah? Tova? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, just a little bracer-to-bracer information swapping.
That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram.
Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though.
Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too.
Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arcade.
This airship really is in a class all its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master.
This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people.
That's true. It still frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand, though.
Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors, I've lost count.
McLean? Wait, are you talking about...
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over at the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now, too. Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit.
The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind. The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master. He mastered the school's second form, and sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade.
Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Though from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back.
Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia. Wait, 2 years ago.
It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that. But afterward, well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after the other, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job.
I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. We should probably save it for another time. But hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know?
Me? A bracer? Huh. I never really thought about it before.
Hey, there's enough of us singing the Bracer Blues without you trying to recruit my students.
Never hurts to start 'em early. Seriously, though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down.
I'll give it some thought.
Alright, we got it. Oh, let's see, East Coast. What's been your favorite field study so far? I really enjoyed the Nord Highlands in Heimdall. Like, the Nord Highlands is definitely one of my favorite ones, especially since we got to see, like, that big statue over, like, in the mountainous region where we were talking to the photographer. That large statue gives me, like, some hope for mech battles, right? Because we're seeing all this different kind of ingenuity being happening, right? So, we see, like, these little robots that are in development. We see tanks. We see airships. I wouldn't be surprised that we get to mechs at some point, but so far we haven't gone there. We have been getting stronger though, when it comes to like all their skills and stuff. So let's see, where's their skills? So I think Laura is literally the only one who's like Craft S actually like leveled up or evolved, you know? Like every other every other person has pretty much gotten a skill, or at least has gotten their ultimate skill, but hasn't really like evolved, or it hasn't gotten any better since then. So like it's stuck around, you know what I mean? Like it's still sticking around as of now. Loris is the only one that's gone to a second stage, which I don't know if that's because of mental instability, or it was just because she developed as a character, you know? Let's see, what else? The big city was pretty cool when we had to save Machias and Eustace. And then we had to go to like this underground like sewage system in order to kind of free them. And we saw these two large dogs like just chasing us down. Though they were actually a pretty interesting boss to experience, because now we know that certain things were happening in the background, where it was starting to get intense. Machias was going to be used as a pawn as to pretty much like kind of use against his own father, which kind of sucked. But we also know that they're doing experimentation on monsters to make them loyal. So battle ready monsters, I mean, that sounds pretty messed up, right? Yeah, Eustace's hometown was pretty messed up, because even though it was high in nobility, you saw how the nobles there basically bowed down to Eustace when they saw him. But the moment if they didn't see him and they started treating his classmates like you know, second-class citizens, or if not even that, they were just like peasants to them. And you got a real view of what the aristocracy was like. And it's like, oh well, they're pretty prim and not so proper people. They're just very mean. And then Machias, like, you kind of get what Machias' like hard feelings were about that, you know, like nobility and all that. But yeah, like now that he's gotten really close with Eustace, it's like, oh, like they're the best of friends, even if they don't want to admit it. Let's see. Eustace's father is insane. Yeah, you know, I don't know what's going on with his mind. We don't really know him that well as a character. All we know is he's very blunt. He ignores his sons. He doesn't really care about their accomplishments that much. Only like what's going to benefit him. And going as far as to literally like take Eustace away, like keeping him on house lockdown while they kidnapped Machias. That was weird, especially with the whole like framing Machias for like something he didn't do, and they knew full well that Eustace would have been like, yeah, he didn't do it, you hands off, and they would have just backed off, right? Let's see, hearing Machias' reasons for hating nobles really hit hard. It's really cool to see him develop along with Eustace. You know, at the very beginning, Machias was very annoying to me.
Right.
Only because he only hated, but he never really like saw both sides. And then when you got to know that Rain was also a noble, well, he's not a bad guy, but then again, Machias didn't care. The fact that he was just labeled a noble made Machias very prejudiced toward him. I mean, Laura's not a bad person either, but he still, like, you didn't see him like going after Laura, just mainly Eustace,
Right.
Reen, and that was it. I think the moment he found out Laura was like also that way, like he kind of just went like silent with her. But now he's open. Now he's like kind of sharing himself, and his backstory, it was sad, but at the same time, it made you wonder. Like, okay, so he fell in love with this girl, and that girl's nobility. Well, the guy that she was, what's it called? She was gonna marry a noble. That rumors basically killed her heart because like she thought he didn't love her anymore. And that's like, I get why he hates nobles. I get why he it's rooted into him. And it's sad to see the way that his first love ends up dying right before his eyes. And yeah, I mean, it sucks. Yeah, the nobles are very it's a viper's pit, no matter what. When you think of like nobility, like they all talk like trash behind each other's back, and they all try to one up each other. That's all he saw nobility as. And the fact that they couldn't accept a noble falling in love with someone he loved, right? Who wasn't a noble. Like, it was even all the more sadder, because not only did he not like the noble because, oh no, the girl I like is now in love with this guy, he eventually liked the guy, you know? So, at some point, he actually liked nobles because he saw how nobility was through this guy. And then he got to see a whole different picture with all the other nobles, the way they treated him, versus the person he loved. I hated that. I really hated that he had to see that as a kid. Let's see, yeah, I agree 100%. Machias had to grow on me, yeah. Let's go ahead to the front of the ship before I start crying about his story. Oh, who was that? Oh, that's my nephew. I don't know what's going on over there. Alright, front of the deck. Let's see, this should be the last one that progresses us. Alright.
Ah, at long last, the Courageous is finally taken to the skies of Erebonia. I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest.
I'll take your word for it.
This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together.
It was no easy ride, I'll say that.
I doubt it would have come together without the prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all his official duties. And to add to that, he had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arcade installed as its captain.
I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal.
Well, for this ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's two competing factions. You can think of the Courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal.
A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish.
The road will be a difficult one, though.
True, but this is only the beginning. Seeing this ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart. Just as when Class 7 was formally established. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the Courageous. And for the brave men and women of your class.
Your Highness.
We live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But, with any luck, making a real show out of this ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate.
Well, that's the hope at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study.
Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them.
Alright. Now I guess we head back to the bridge.
Attention all crew members and passengers. We will soon be entering Ruhr airspace.
Please prepare for landing, and make sure you have all personal effects with you before disembarking.
I love that the radio is kind of robotic, like she's an AI speaking to us.
Sounds like we're almost there. That was a shorter flight than I'd expected. Guess I'd better go round up the others and start getting ready.
Ruhr Airport's granted us permission to land.
Commence landing preparations. And keep the engine warm. We'll be taking off again right after our guests have disembarked.
Aye, aye, Captain. Preparing the Courageous to land.
So, including today, you've got 3 days for this month's field study. Make them count, guys. I plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful in Ortis, okay? Yeah, it sounds like things could get dangerous there. Don't sweat it. We'll be fine. We ought to be alright if a certain someone can keep her mouth shut. Take care and roar, everyone. Will do. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into festival prep. Hope you're ready to discover the true terror of planning by committee. Oh, that's right. With everything that's happened so far today, I almost forgot about that. We'll have the songs and outfits finalized by the time we get back, and we should have the position all figured out too. Let's try to save at least a bit of strength. It'd be a shame to come back too tired to outdo Class 1. Oh, I think I could find the energy. That's all the more reason for us to return safe and sound. Ah, the spirited joys of youth. I'm sure both of your field studies and academy festivals will prove valuable experiences for all of you. Work hard out there, guys, but not too hard, you hear? May the goddess go with you. Take care. We will, says everyone in roaring succession. So wait, I thought we were getting dropped in 2 different locations, and yet we're getting dropped in the same location. Isn't the ship going to take us to Rower? The Courageous touched down at the massive Rower airport, where we parted ways with the members of Group B. Okay, yeah, so we're still getting taken somewhere else. With us safely on the ground, it wasted no time taking to the skies again, ferrying the others west to Ortis. Roar was a maze in every direction, but Sharon guided us to Rainford Corporation headquarters without missing a step. Sharon! This tunnel goes on forever. I can't help but recall trying to navigate Corellia Fortress. I guess when you build with tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty familiar. We're not far from the city center now. You might want to brace yourselves. Roar has an even wider layout than the capital. Hey, that's my hometown you're talking about, but I can't deny it's true. Looks like we're finally out. Whoa! The city extends above and beyond. Well, Rower grew up around steel fabrication and heavy industry. That's how it came to be known as the Empire's industrial metropolis. You were right, it is weird. It's got a population of around 200,000 people, too. That's as big as the capital of a smaller country. feel like the city's getting even bigger since the last time I was here. Huh. Rhineford Corporation headquarters is on the upper level, right? That's right. If you'd like to visit, just head up that escalator.
Allow me to welcome you to Ruhr, home of the Rhineford Company. I sincerely hope that your field study here will be a fulfilling one.
Follow me if you want to catch up on my content and keep it, just keep tabs on me and see how we're doing. If you see this on YouTube, go ahead and leave a subscribe if you want to see more stuff. And if you like the video that you're seeing, leave a like. Until then, have a good morning, have a good night, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye!